the first thing you have to know, there's no borders. You can live in outer space, like very distant, but you can also have feelings for someone who maybe you would not see in real life. So that's one
Yeah, it's
thing.
true.
Everything you have to remember about this is a virtual world. So everything that's is
Mm.
acting here is virtual. So when you don't judge the avatar, you don't judge the voice, you just judge the personality of the person. You could be a serial killer, you would never know. But at the same
Yeah, it's
times,
true.
you can meet beautiful people. And you have to understand there's two kind of relationship in, well, three kinds of relationship in VR. The first one is people that's going to be married and do a wedding in VR. That's waifu thing and everything. Like those two over
Like we
there.
both.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you see, it's more like a friendship relationship, but at the same time,
Yeah.
they are waifus. Um,
Okay.
Yes, I mean, I have three kids
yeah.
and one pet, and yeah, so like,
There you
Like
go.
you.
See, that's the first one. It's really better. They do this for two reasons: because they love each other, and the second one is because it's much easier to say no to a guy who just want to ERP with you. When you
Yeah.
say you have a wife in VR, yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah. And the
Oh,
second
okay.
one would be a relationship just about sex. So that's ERP. When
Okay.
when you tease someone, and then something happen, and then something happen. And even in ERP, there is two kind of it. There is the ERP just or erotic role play. You know, ERP is
erotic.
well, they erotic role play, but
Role
there's two
play.
definition of it because erotic role play could be just like if I do this, okay, that's a tease. I lick her and everything, but that's funny thing. That's the first kind of ERP. The second one is uh, the second one
Yeah.
is you put your controllers down and you masturbate yourself in VR.
Yeah.
So that's the second one. And the third one relationship is you met a person for a long time and then you decide to maybe do something more than virtual. Just,
Okay.
you
Then
say
you
to
go
her
in
that
real
you
life,
really like her
probably.
and you maybe not, but like I saw many couples that one is from US and the other one from Germany or from Asia. So they will maybe not see each other, but they do love each other. The first thing you have to understand is when you go to VR chat is to escape something. You don't go in VR chat if you are happy in your life and you have everything you wanted, because it's an escape game. You go there because you want to escape from something. You don't. So when you met someone and you like his personality, because I can't judge like, oh my god, you got dog ears, so I'm in love with you. You can't say that. You love how she think, you love how she act and everything. So one day you decide, well, why would you? Let's meet each other and see what happened. So I would say it's more difficult when you're doing a relationship, because when you're doing a friendship and you see each other, there's the rule of the 5 seconds. When you met someone in real life, but first you met him in VR, there's the 5 seconds of awkwardness. Like, hey, and
Yeah.
there we go. Hey, that's it. That's normal because it's the first time you met in real life. When you have a relationship, I would say it's maybe much easier because you already know the person for who she is really, or who is he. Because I'm pansexual, so I don't really care about the gender. But the thing is, when you met each other in real life, there could be a very good news and also a very bad news, because people that say that physically the physique of the person doesn't matter, that's a lie, because you have to be attracted
that's
by
a
the
real
other.
liar.
And and it's something very special, because I mean I can have a very handsome, like I can have a very e-boy avatar, and in real life I won't be like this because I don't have cat ears or tail. So yeah, that would be weird, but at the same time, when you're doing a VR relationship, You have Discord. You can send. It's not only in VR. You can send by WhatsApp or anything, pictures of you doing calls, video calls, and everything. So it's a time, and I mean we are in 2020, so I would say that there's a lot of people that go into website to find their love. Why VR chat would be an exception?
Fuck you.
Okay,
So-
yeah.
Are there any difficulties in a VR relationship?
Yeah, the distance first, because it's nice to see each other and be very close, but at the same time you are far away. You can't.
Yeah.
When you're sad, you can't just cuddle him and be physical with him. With her, so it's kind of difficult with this. But I mean, the most dangerous would be jealousy.
Oh yeah.
Because in VR you met new people, you met new people every day. You met new people every day, and I mean, you like one girl or you like one guy at a time, and then I don't know, 1 month later you met another guy or another girl, or because you have a lot of friends, it's kind of difficult to. It's in real life. It's exactly the same when you want to hang out with friends, and she said, "Okay, you can go." But you know that she wants you to stay. And in virtual reality, it's the same thing. When you want to hang out with friends in the world, and she invited you, and you see the invite, but you decline it, well,
Yeah.
it's kind of difficult. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But
That's
So
yeah.
how do you deal?
No.
How do you deal with this jealousy?
Well, you trust.
what a good answer.
Do you tell in your real life when you're in a relationship in virtual reality? Do you say to like I don't know your friends or whatever, parents or whatever, I got a girlfriend or boyfriend, or do you just like leave it for
it
you?
dep-
Like if it's a
It
bit
depends. I mean, I would say it depends of if it's serious or not.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to be very trash, but when you have sex with someone in real life, do you say to your parents you met someone?
No. No.
So you wait that it's kind of serious.
Yeah.
So I would say that in virtual reality, it's the same thing. If you met someone and you wait a little bit, and you realize that you want her in sure, you can talk about it, but it's kind of
And
difficult.
like to your friends, I mean, like in virtual reality, when or people are gamer, I think it's easier to say like, oh, I got like a virtual relationship, but with people who
Mhm.
are actually not gamers, who are not doing kind of like virtual
Well,
reality.
each time you explain where you met, people that didn't play VR doesn't understand it. It's like when you talk about football to someone who never played football, he will not understand. And I mean, I would say it's the generation.
Yeah.
I think there is a border. I know that I have a big brother and he's 35, and I know that my big brother does understand the concept of virtual reality, but when you talk to someone who's more than 40 or something, for them they don't understand. But when you say, well, it's exactly as a website, but you can see him and do acting with him, they do not understand because they never tried.
Mm.
I
True.
mean, yeah, that's more like it. I mean, yeah.